And Thailand's former Premier Thaksin Shinawatra is back in the country a day before a Supreme Court verdict that could send the billionaire to prison. The ex-Prime Minister's private jet reportedly returning earlier today after what appeared to be a sudden and surprising flight out last week. A car believed to be carrying him was seen departing a private terminal in Bangkok. Mr. Thaksin's departure last Thursday came on the eve of a parliamentary vote that ended his Pheu Thai party's dominance in government. CNA's Saksith has more on what is at stake in tomorrow's verdict.
This is the last in a series of court verdicts against former Thai Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra and his family. But like many things in Thai politics, there's a lot more at play here than just courtroom drama, and it won't end with the judge's verdict either. The Supreme Court is set to decide on Mr. Thaksin's hospital detention and its legality. In August 2023, Thaksin returned to Thailand, ending a long self-imposed exile of 15 years. Upon landing, he was immediately brought in front of a judge who sentenced him to 8 years in jail for past crimes, including corruption and abuse of power. But instead of spending the first night back on Thai soil in the prison cell, he was rushed to a hospital instead due to several ailments. The word was that he was critically ill. Thaksin stayed in the VIP wing of a downtown Bangkok hospital and out of the limelight. He received a royal pardon that shortened his sentence to only 1 year and was then released on parole after a total detention time of 6 months. His critics have repeatedly raised doubts whether or not he was actually that ill and whether he has received special treatment. Many observers believe that this was part of a wider deal. Thaksin gets to come home, his Pheu Thai party leads the government, but he has to share that with rival political parties, and Thaksin himself has to serve some time in detention. In April earlier this year, the Supreme Court started to probe his hospital detention. The questions that this case is trying to answer are, was the hospital detention done according to procedure? And was Thaksin that ill enough to warrant the extent of the stay? Another question is whether or not Thaksin has already properly served his sentence, and if not, does he have to return to jail or some other form of detention, like a house arrest because of his old age? In any case, the court has summoned the director of the Corrections Department and Thaksin himself to attend the verdict reading in person on Tuesday. He returned from abroad on Monday afternoon after his sudden departure from the country on Thursday for what he claims is a medical checkup in Singapore. However, when he landed in Dubai instead, it raised suspicions if he was going to return to Thailand or not. After all, Dubai was where he spent most of his self-imposed exile. Thaksin's recent travel came a week after his daughter Paetongtarn was removed from office by the Constitutional Court, and in the aftermath, his Pheu Thai party lost the Prime Minister's vote in Parliament to Boonjai Thai's Anutin Charnvirakul. So effectively in the span of a few weeks, Thaksin was acquitted in the lèse majesté case, but then suffered a series of defeats that have greatly diminished his political standing and influence in Thailand. The Supreme Court verdict subsequently poses the biggest threat not only to his political legacy, but also to his personal freedom. Saksith Saiyasombut, CNA Bangkok.